Good afternoon. This is Lynda Cromar coming to you on a new Periscope. And as I recommended earlier in Facebook, I am going to do one about what the heck you do with your Periscope once you've created one. Hey there, it's Lynda Cromar, and I'm really looking forward to talking to you. Hello from Scotland. Hello. Hello all the ladies and gents that just showed up. And definitely thank you for all of your hearts. I really appreciate it. In fact, I have a contest going today. The first top 3 that give me the most hearts, I have a free gift for you, and some ebooks that I am going to give away. You're going to have a choice of which one you want. Hello from London. Anyway, definitely I want to make sure that you know that the ones that give me the most hearts are going to get some free gifts. I'm going to contact you afterwards. So in your comments, make sure and put your email so that I know where to send those ebooks. Okay, so the content for today is now everybody is making awesome periscopes and helping the people in their niche to understand what it is that they share. Hello from Los Angeles. Thank you for coming. Anyway, so they are, you know, you're creating some great content. So now what on earth do you do with that Periscope? And you know what? I had the same question, because I don't believe that you ever let any important content that you've created just completely go away. And I don't know whether or not you were ever in a YouTube that got shut down, but I've had that happen at least twice. And I want to make sure to teach you something that's very important. When you have a computer that and in this case it's going to be on your cell phone that you're doing these videos, and they do go to wherever you are. Hello everybody, thanks for joining. They do actually go to your camera roll or your gallery, depending on whether you have an Android or an iPhone. I just recently changed from Android to iPhone, so I had to learn how to do something with that. And the very first thing was, I have PCs, so I don't have Macs at home, and of course an iPhone's going to work better with a Mac, but I wanted to find a way real quickly to get my periscopes onto my hard drive, and then out there in a safe place like on an external. Yeah, I love my iPhone. It's really doing great, and it's really dependable. And one thing I noticed is my Android was not doing as well with that. But anyway, so first thing is that if you have a Windows 8 machine, then you want to make sure that you are using the app inside, which I have a little laptop I bought about a year ago. It's an HP with a touch screen, and it has an app that actually lets me download everything that's on my phone onto my hard drive. And then you can also do that by right-clicking. Now, if you have a Macintosh, there's a different process. I think it automatically asks you if you want to download all of your content. So those of you that are Mac users, why don't you go ahead and put in the comments how you download any content like pictures and video, so that any Mac users in our group here will get the opportunity to know how to do that for them. And then once you've got it on your hard drive, it's not going to show the title that you gave it when you started your Periscope here in Periscope. It's going to just say image, which is kind of weird, but actually it does. It shows image, and then it has that little arrow that shows that it's playable. And so when I looked at that, I said, okay, I'm going to go back to my Periscope profile, and I'm going to actually get the titles from there, because it'll actually show all your Periscopes that you have actually created. Even though they're not playable now, they're going to show that you have them. So you can go back to the beginning of your titles and make sure you get the titles for your video that you just downloaded. So do it, you know, make sure that they're the correct ones. Once you got the titles on your videos, and then I actually took them to a different folder, so there wouldn't be any place, you know, any confusion, and it wouldn't be mixed up with pictures. So that's the next step. Don't, put them in a separate place. Now mine are on an external drive, and in lots of cases you guys are just using a laptop where you have a hard drive there that you can upload them from there. I recommend then from there that you either have a YouTube account that is just for your Periscopes so that you have another place where they are, or you do like what I did. I have a Wistia account, and I created a separate place in the Wistia account that is just for those Periscope videos. And then guess what? You can reuse that content. I just did a blog post today that was one of the Periscopes from last week. So there you go. You're going to have a way to reuse your content, because obviously that's really important, is to use your content more than and to protect it. If you have a what account? How do you spell it? Wistia, W-I-S-T-I-A. It is a paid video hosting account that you can do for as low as $25 a month. I've been doing that for about a year. Yes, there you go, Ed. And it really is very, very helpful because, well, for one thing, if you've got, like I do, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos that are, hello, Jim, hundreds of videos, actually, in my case, I have thousands and thousands of videos that are in my blogs and various places like that, and you're not going to want to lose those. So you want more than one place for them to be. And the same thing goes with any videos that you're doing in your Periscope. So any Periscopes, I heard Kim Garst, and I listened to one of hers just recently, and she said she was going to do a separate video YouTube account that was just for her Periscopes. So I think that's a really good idea. Unless Periscope changes their rule of whether or not you're going to have any of your videos still hanging around later, which I don't know whether they're going to change that. And there's something good about that too. If you have a video that you only are going to have up for 24 hours and you make sure and cross-pollinate it into all of your other places where you are, like your Facebook, then make sure, I'm sorry about that, I think the connection's good on my end, it's probably yours. Anyway, if you find that you are having trouble with your Periscopes downloading, then you make sure that you do something to protect them. What I did, they come down after 24 hours. And one thing that I did is I downloaded them first, like I was telling, some of you have joined just now and you didn't hear this. I downloaded them first to my Windows 8 laptop, and then I brought them up into my Wistia account, and then I can actually use them as a new content on my blog, which I did that today. I used my second one that I did from this, that's obviously no longer playable in Periscope, and I put it in the Wistia account, and then I put it on my blog today. So it kind of improves your ability to have, they can't see them on Periscope. That's right, Jim. So that's why you want to download them. They're in your camera roll or in your gallery, in your phone, and absolutely. And then name them by the name that you gave them originally so that you know which one is which, because otherwise they're going to say the same thing. Mine said image for all of my Periscopes, so you absolutely want to save all of them that way. Now, one thing that happened to me is I lost 2 YouTube accounts. So YouTube by itself is not necessarily a secure thing, so have it backed up into an external drive as well, or in my case I have an online, it was a no-no if I didn't have the videos backed up, yes, but I did have them backed up, so it was only the disagreeable situation of having to upload them into Wistia, which I did, but that was almost a year ago, so it's not a problem today, is it? Because I have all those videos and they're not going to go away. That's really important to know. Because when you create content, whether it's here in the Periscope or whether you're doing it on Facebook or whether you're doing it in Twitter or anywhere else, you don't want it to go away. So that's some really good tips I gave you today. Make sure, let me go over that again. Download it to your computer or your Mac. Have a place to upload a YouTube account, or hello everybody, here Trisha, and have a place to upload, and make sure you have a backup in external or in an online service. I have both. So I'm covered redundantly, but you know what? Redundant in the online world is a good thing. So back it up on the web and make sure you give it its original title from, and you know how you can find out what your original title was, is to go back into your own profile and look at all of your videos, because it'll give you the titles even if the videos are no longer playable. I did that today because I had 8 videos. And so that really helped me a lot. I got them all uploaded into Wistia. They're all ready to go into blog posts for the whole next week. So there you go. You've got some good stuff to help you. So make these periscopes, make these periscopes something of value to your audience, so they want to come and they want to hear what you have to say. Don't just make it a hi, how are you? I'm just hanging around. How are you? I mean, who's going to hang around for that? Nobody. So anyway, I was going to keep this particularly really short, and I really hope that has been helpful. And yeah, I like the 24-hour limit. At first I was a little bummed, but then I thought, you know what, that does make people more likely to watch it. And man, we got a big contest going between the red and the brown and the beige hearts there. I don't know who's going to win. It's going to be fun, isn't it? But we have a ebook free to you when you whoever is number 1 in this hearts contest today. You will win. Okay, I will see what happens. Sorry, I got a little scratchy throat today. Yeah, I like the content being fresh too, and I've been to a lot of different Periscopes. In fact, I watched one today that was actually by the creators of Periscope, and they were talking kind of a little bit about what they were doing, and it was really cool. Yeah, keep it real, keep it new. You know, this is all about being real and being honest, and it's also about being able to interact with our audience. Hi from Tampa. I just saw somebody from Tampa come on. You know what, you'll have to replay, because now we're kind of in the I'm going to chit-chat for a few minutes with you. And yes, Jim, I really believe that there's some good things in here. And I like to watch the other marketers that are on our space and see what they're up to. So I watch a lot of them. And so I hope that's been valuable to you. I try to keep these short because I know your time is valuable to you. And I hope you guys are having a most awesome day. And good night in UK. Yes, it's getting towards evening over there. And I appreciate you coming. And I'm going to be looking at who did the hearts, including the replays. And then I'm going to award the top hearter with an ebook. So we'll be talking. Whoever it is. So make sure your email is in the comments so that I know if you're hearting, that I know how to get with you so that you can have that ebook. Bye for now.